Yeah.
There's been a lot of action going on here, and we are going to have two teams who are trying to represent their region here in an intense winter major go head to head between G2 Esports and Team Secret. Jorby, I'm ready to roll.
Let's get it underway, Daz. Countdown on the kickoff. G2 versus Team Secret. Knight, he had a couple good looks against BDS last time. Look out for him to find some breakout opportunities, and in fact, Math will pick up the first goal. Team Secret strike first.
Yeah, Knight gets the assist here, but this is really just Math, clean beat on Chicago. Chicago a little bit late to that one. No one home from G2, and the first goal to Secret. Simple.
And that was something they weren't able to do against BDS. If you were going to beat BDS, you got to be able to strike first. They couldn't do that in any of the 3 games that they played. This time, it looks a little different, but ooh, that ball kicked off of a G2 car, I believe it was. Chicago who got the demo, and then Atomic Chicago ended up bouncing off the back of his car. G2 will push downfield again.
You gotta watch out for Atomic, especially when you're on ball. Honestly, it's really just G2 when they're in the upper third, because once they get you low on boost, I mean, that's when they just start to take over.
Here they come again, Sad. Trying to find the touch. That one on the backside. G2 had the nice pass, and it's saved somehow. Knight got in front of it and keeps Team Secret in the lead.
Yeah, it's a good save. Chicago's still trying to keep this one in play for G2. And again, this is that G2 pressure. They have not let go just yet. And Chicago was checking to see if Sad would make a touch there to see just again how strong is the Secret defense. We got a lot of game left to go.
That one pushed over by Knight. But Math on the backside avoids the demo, saw him coming. It was something they could not do against BDS. Are they adapting? Are they keeping their cameras on a swivel and more aware of how G2 are pressing? Because G2 are definitely setting the house every time they're in front of the box. That's a good touch from Sadness. Flip reset. Sadness towards the net, saved by Atomic. Mechanics coming out by Math. Does he have the double? No, drops it down. Knight can't get the touch.
Good stop there. Now Atomic on the ball. You see JNABs moving upfield, looking for the demo. Does get a demo. Is that open? Of course it is. It's the G2 special, and Atomic's going to tie.
If you can't get by him, delete him. That's G2's method right there. Atomic, just a simple flick. The demo makes it easy. Chicago makes sure to get it in. He just wanted to be involved.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, you send a player up, get the demo, toodaloo, and that's up. That's, again,
tie game.
This is how G2 works.
They've been really fun to watch this season, or this split rather, with Atomic. Atomic just fits that mold that Chicago and JNABs want to play, which is that ultra-aggressive style. They're the best team in the world at that.
Exactly, and I talked to it, Chiefs spoke to it. It's a risk-reward style, but they're not afraid of going and taking that risk, and it's just worked out so well for them.
Now G2 were able to thwart another chance as it's thrown downfield. Sadness got a nice catch and pop. He's looked a lot better since his first few games on BDS, where he couldn't even touch the ball properly, and now he's got much better control. But G2 just as good as Sad. Pushes it back out to the side, not wanting to give the ball back up to JNABs. G2 will control midfield.
Taking their time. They're going to play this one out. We're starting to see a little bit of space here for Secret, but most of the offense is just them just trying to play it past G2. No real threats on the shots just yet.
One up high again. Chicago will play it across. This is a good look for Secret. They've gotten a few nice touches, and that one's into the net. Sadness wins the challenge completely, and Secret have the lead.
Well, look at that. The speed here on Sadness. That bounces out. You think JNAB's going to get there, or at least it's a 50. I think Math also got a bump on JNAB's in the air. So Secret, they're willing to go all in on some of these plays as well.
This is again, I didn't see any of this against BDS. They weren't even able to stay on BDS's half of the field for more than 5 seconds. But there was some good pressure against G2. As Secret looking pretty decent, but G2 are so good at striking back. Atomic puts it to the top shelf.
It's that G2 pressure. Once they get on you, it's really tough to get them off. Look at that. JNAB's going for another bump to get someone out. Makes the hesitation happen, like you said. And Sad trying to go and at least get a piece of the ball, but just not enough to stop it.
Tied up all again with about 2 minutes left in game 2. Atomic just getting the beat on that play before Math takes him off the field. Sadness really tried to control the ball this game. Whops the whole way around, and there just wasn't an angle for Knight to get in there. G2 back on the transition. Chicago one touch, got the challenge, but lost it to Sadness.
Sad trying to hold on to that possession. And You see some of the speed here from Secret as they get more confident challenging G2 in that midfield. And maybe as the demos come out as well, they can turn it into more offensive opportunities, but they haven't been able to hold on to possession too long.
Popped up high, G2 have control, but midfield is actually Knights, and Math diving far back to get to that 50. Team Secret sending the house on every play. You heard Extra talk about it in his post-game interview. He was scared to play Team Secret. He thought maybe it'd go all 5 games just because of the speed at which they play and their willingness to go for literally anything, even if they're not in position for it. And you're seeing it work for them. They're getting to these challenges. Oh, Knight got bumped by Sadness on his way out in the rotation, but it actually gave him a little bit of space. Doesn't matter. Chicago gets the ball back out to JNabs. G2 get out.
Whoa, they almost got a goal there. You saw that one just under the bar. G2 still going to look to try to make an offensive press here. JNabs will get a touch into space. Atomic will try to control, but he looks like trying to lead for Chicago. Either way, that demo that comes out so big for Secret because they shut down the offense.
Knight trying to push that ball out, but JNabs is waiting for it. Another demo by Atomic.
Oh.
2 demos! Deletes the whole team! Chicago got the goal!
Jorby, say it with me. As soon as you see JNabs coming in for the demo,
Toodaloo! Yes, sir! G2! A big goal again! JNabs just cannot stop! He's a bully on the field today!
he is. Last series, he got a double bump. This is the style, and it's working for G2.
And what a Secret got in the bag. They need to find something that maybe they forgot to pack. I don't know how they're going to do that, but they've had a couple good goals so far, but they're running out of time. Game number 1. Pulling off the play for Atomic. Good idea by G2. It wastes a lot of time off the clock. Knight gonna push that ball out. Actually, Chicago is gonna deny it. Pulling it across. Atomic got the demo, but Sad wins the touch. He's not gonna be able to race back. They just can't stop. Eventually, they're gonna delete them so much that they won't be able to respawn. G2, well, it's not over yet, and that will not do it. Secret keeping that ball in the air. 0-second drill. He lost the touch. Got that one. I think that's going to drop. G2 will take game 1.
And we see JNabs with the big demos that open up lanes here for G2. But something that the viewers didn't see on their screen, Jorby, Atomic had an extermination. Okay.
I think JNabs had like 3 demos too. What was it, 12 demos in that game? Weird D-Rex stat check.
Wait, here's the demos. 7 from Atomic, 2 from JNabs, 1 from Chicago. My goodness.
That's insane. I mean, this is what happened against BDS for Secret. It was just Mark by 8 who was getting demos for the most part. But every time he demoed, they would score. Team Secret, you saw in the first half of that game, they were definitely aware that G2 were trying to demo them. And they were avoiding some of them and preventing some of the goals from happening. But it was just too much. G2 would not stop coming.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I mean. Because once G2 find the secret, once they figure out, well, honestly, it's not a secret. It's honestly a very widely known trend. Don't let G2 in your upper third for a long time because they'll set up, and once they get set up, you got, again, the demos coming out, the non-stop passes, someone trying to make a solo play. They can create so much here. This is the true potential of G2 as a team. I mean, they've had this play style for so long, but now they get to use it to its full potential with Atomic.
It's so true. I mean, you have Atomic, we talk about Team Secret and South American teams and their willingness to go for it. G2 are the exact same way. And like you were saying when Achieves was talking about that high risk, high reward playstyle, with Atomic, is there really that much risk?
No. As they look like they're about to get one, that's JNabs right off the kickoff. He'll flick one into the top.
Things don't go too well for Team Secret on this one. Losing the kickoff, and Knight goes whoop past him, and JNabs, that's an easy one-on-one. Math, probably the best decision he could make in that situation to get to the challenge, but just too far back.
Biggest thing right now for Secret, they have to stop the bleeding. G2 starting to get, really heated up here in this series. We'll see exactly where that takes them.
And I like how Sadness has looked and how he's wanted to approach the game. He's had good control, but those follow-ups are important for Team Secret on offense. If they can't beat G2 to these follow-ups on the orange half, they're not going to have success. Here's Knight. 2 touches, tried to get underneath it, but ended up losing the touch, and now Atomic's got enough boost to make it happen. Again, immediately challenged by Sadness. Chicago.
Okay, that's a high ball. Knight will be able to at least get that one out, but this there, and you see Chicago ready to jump on top of it. JNabs tried to find the shot, but both teams moving a little too fast for their own good, and they'll need to try to reset here in the midfield. That's not a good touch from Chicago, but fortunately for G2, there's no one there to take advantage of it.
Secret get pushed back to their back wall and flip back into it for Atomic. Forces a weak touch out of Knight. Already was 3 shots in a row. Another demo leaves the box open, but Math found the breakout. Math, only Atomic to beat. Flip reset. Oh, and he couldn't get to the side. Atomic closed the gap quickly and got the demo on top of it. Team Secret racing back to the blue.
That's a good touch from Atomic too. A lot of speed on the ball, pushed it into that back corner. It gave G2 the room to get the clear to midfield. Now we're going to see G2 on the press, and we'll see if they can create that offense again. It's up to Secret to stop them from even setting up in their offensive half. They got to get these strong clears out.
This could be the first start as Knight got the boost seal, but then the follow-up slow coming. Patience paid off for Math. He got the ball back over to the corner, but still they can't wrench control of the ball away from G2. See Sadness pop up and couldn't get the 50 to work in his favor. JNAP stuffs Math, who's got no boost. Atomic now wrapping around quickly. Pre-flip into the ball, but no boost for him either. The ball just rolls back lazily to G2. JNAPS knows it. Math has picked it off. 2 touches saved by Atomic. He dives again. 2 chances for Math, and Atomic has been the guy to shut the door.
The door has been closed here for Secret for a while. Unable to really have much success here on offense this series. Knight looking for the shot, has it placed well. And Sad will come in for the follow, but everybody's back in net for G2. This game's about to be halfway over. And we're seeing a lot of shots being taken here from Secret, but very well defended for G2.
Absolutely. Sadness trying to push that ball forward. We saw a couple demos come out, or I believe only 1 demo from Team Secret on the way back. They actually stayed possession. Nice pass in front, but immediately met by Chicago. Another bouncer forces Chicago off the ball, but gives Atomic a free clear. Chicago's unchallenged in front. Oh, it comes off the crossbar. There was a blue trail. Math must have got a touch. It doesn't matter. Atomic puts the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, great follow-up here from Atomic. Just being able to play this one really close, sees an opportunity for a shot, and knows Knight's awkward, places it wide. It's too far around his right side for Knight to really be able to make a touch on it. G2 up by 2, and they are in the driver's seat.
And this time, Team Secret, they're able to put together possessions, and they're still trying to play. Oh my goodness, the double touch just off the bar. Atomic is feeling it today. There's a lot of talk elsewhere in North America. Beast Mode, his LAN debut, and he's played excellently. Atomic, no slouch on his own, is putting together quite a performance so far today.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Look, oh wow, a couple of fakes there, good low challenges from G2 out. And this is the first time we're seeing this roster on G2 play together. And this is the best they've looked as a team, in my opinion. You put them on a world stage here with a lot of pressure on the line, they've shown up, and that's an understatement.
I like the idea on the fake there from Secret, and I absolutely agree with you. They just feel like a different team. Sad forces the 50 up, but just a little too far off to the right was Knight. It made that challenge difficult and easy for G2 to full clear it down the field. Atomic gets another.
Big clear here, and no one home for Secret. Able to just watch that one roll in. And G2, I mean, they're feeling good. We're looking at the cams. Everything seems to be just, confident, connected with the comms. They're in control. Secret, though, they've had some good strides where they're getting the ball upfield, and they look like they have a play in mind, but it immediately gets picked apart by G2.
Just losing the 50s are certainly killing them. Look at this. Atomic winning 2 of them. Saying his name a lot on these wins. And Chicago's able to pull the ball back out. 3 just might be enough in game 2. Sadness gets in front of that next touch. And again, a lot of these clears for Secret, not into each other. They're hoping that they can get the next challenge by dumping the ball downfield, and maybe they could get the next challenge against G2, but not when Atomic just gets a hat trick with 4 goals for G2. 32 seconds left to go, merely a formality at this point.
I mean, the confidence is great. To be honest, Chicago was going to score that. I know Chicago hasn't had that many goals this tournament.
He needs the Hattie, man.
I mean, I guess
like
so,
Chicago's got nothing. Atomic's got 2.
That's true.
So Atomic's like, I deserve the Hattie, right?
I don't know if that's how that works.
Would you give your teammate the goal if you had 2?
If I knew my teammate wasn't scoring all game?
Get those hat trick points, man. Okay. You like that MVP.
Maybe.
In the final seconds in game 2, and Team Secret unable to score. They were much more competitive in game 1, and it really wasn't a physically heavy game this time from G2. They really just locked down, forced Team Secret to give up possession, and just locked down the boost game, and there really wasn't anything that Secret could do. Maybe one opportunity that was really good for Secret early on, but this is G2 dominance so far.
Right, G2 coming in and really putting on a show here. You know, they figured out a way to pick apart Team Secret, and it's been a short story, so to speak, ever since. Most of this, though, we're starting to see it. You know, Atomic putting in all those shots, being that offensive powerhouse that we knew he could be. And Chicago and JNABs just doing their part in support. I mean, JNABs has so much space to work with there. And for me, I feel like, especially this major, he's been allowed to just put shot after shot on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just the way. I've only seen 2 series with G2 today, and I'm very, very impressed.
I am too. I mean, it's very clear the value Atomic has brought to the roster just in a single day of play in group stage. Obviously, you know, the answer is still not, or the question is still not answered for G2. There's still a ton of Rocket League to be played this weekend for them, but beating Evil Geniuses, which a lot of people thought would be a really difficult matchup for them, and they cleaned house in 4 games. Team Secret, they're not letting them into the game unnecessarily, and elsewhere in the tournament, that's not happening. And typically, we're talking about G2 being that team that's dropping games to teams they shouldn't be losing to. But this group stage is a lot different. They're not losing those games. They're not losing to a flailing Furia like they did in the fall major in Swiss. This is a different G2 team in the winter major. Game 3, Team Secret, they need something different. It has not worked. Otherwise, they're in danger of going down 0-6 today in games played.
So, what exactly can Secret come out with here to stop a G2 team that is on fire?
Sadness gets up for the next challenge. How will they approach it? I mean, what do you do when the ball's just kicked up off the corner like that? Atomic, a perfect pass out, but the shot's just a little too high. But look at how much time JNABs has. There's no challenge coming. Sad does get in front of the ball. Knight's actually got a transition, but the backboard's covered. And there's Atomic again. Something that we always praised Atomic for on Envy was his clutch defense and his third-man capability. You know, his offense notwithstanding. And here it comes again. How many times has Atomic gotten the back end for G2 against Team Secret? G2 again. Play kind of dying in front. G2 are there for the follow-ups. Team Secret just having to wait for G2 to push the ball forward. Atomic coming forward, trying to push Knight off the ball.
Oh, a little demo coming out. Another demo, okay. But even then,
And
Chicago with the speed, that's last man back.
They're just slow on the rotation.
And they're getting caught out from it. And now you're starting to see, you know, really where that breakdown is. As another shot comes in, a little bit off target. G2, you can have one person on the field as long as they can outbeat whoever's on that ball. That's all that matters to them. They will just keep going and they'll keep being aggressive.
A couple good touches here for Team Secret, though. Maybe they can get something going. Oh no, G2 just get cleared downfield. Team Secret's positioning has definitely been very scared. You know, that demo they got earlier, so slow on the follow-up because they're just playing the loss. Every touch they're thinking it's going to be a loss. They're going to have to follow it up. And it's pure reactionary gameplay. It's hard to win games of Rocket League like that. You got to find a way to meet them at the challenge. That was a good move by Math. He's had a couple of nice ones. Sadness immediately met by the challenge. Knight might have a chance here. Off the ceiling, here he comes, straight back down, met on the 50, but 2 touches for Knight, puts the ball in front, and Chicago clears it back out. Sad shot, forces 2 up from G2. Chicago's got a full tank of boost, slowing it down. Math closes the gap quickly. Knight next up, 1 touch, 2 touches in front, but it's too slow, and 2 commit for G2, but you see nobody available from Team Secret to try to capitalize.
Still trying, though. See that, a lot of space here. But JNABs and the rest of G2 will let that happen. Chicago got a bump on that. Chicago now on top of the ball. G2 have just been playing their game, so to speak, and it's been very quiet, though, from them. Only 3 shots as they're looking for their 4th. That one was their 4th, actually 5th. They're 2 back-to-back, as that one just goes off to work.
Little scary there for Team Secret, but they got a transition.
do, but they also are low on shots as well. Only 2 coming out from Secret as they've had a tough time just even getting in front of the box to shoot. G2's been all over the field.
Another chance, denied by Chicago. Sadness once more, but Math wasn't in position for it and ended up giving possession away back to G2. JNaps couldn't swing it around. There's another clear for Team Secret. G2 starting to lose control. There's a demo. Knight off the ceiling again. He loves this move. It's a light shot turned away. Sadness again. JNaps is there. Uses all the boost to get to that one, but Math has an opening. Shot and the flick is good. Team Secret got the lead.
Good flick here from Math. Team Secret did not let up on that offensive drive. And you also saw Chicago getting bumped in that back end as well. Atomic was in a tough spot, and the flick from Math came at the perfect moment.
Minute 14 for Team Secret to hold this lead. No, G2 aren't going to stop pushing. There's another demo. That's worked. That's been very effective. They almost got him again. You saw, I think it was Chicago that flew right back in to try to get the mid-air bump. But the pre-flip into the ball taken away by Knight. Second goal would be huge here for Knight. A ripper, and it's taken away by JNaps.
That touch from JNaps, that clearly turns into a pass. Chicago tries to take it. And now Secret, they are on top of the ball. They are hunting as they're looking to hold on to this 1-goal lead.
Starting to feel the energy again, but they've missed the touch, and now they're back on defense. Taken away. Here's Sadness. He got the roller. It's headed in. Sadness gets the insurance for Secret.
Big insurance goal there. Seems like G2 let a foot off the gas. Meanwhile, Team Secret turned it up to another level. They end up getting that one, and like you said, 2-goal insurance, and not a lot of time for G2 to get back into this one.
And I don't want to call anything too early, but you do have to be careful if you do let your foot off the gas, because they might hold your foot up for the rest of the series if you're not careful. Team Secret, they love that high-risk, high-reward play style. For them, it's been a little more risk. But G2, they've tried a couple demos to get that goal. They couldn't find it. Here, maybe a third for Team Secret, but it's taken away. And G2 might be playing game number 4 here if they can't find a goal with time left. It's a good shot, but not good enough. Taken away.
That clear, I think will probably do it. G2 they're gonna have to play on here. And Secret forcing a game 4. A big moment here. They get their, I believe this is their first win.
First game win, yeah.
Their first game win. And they're able to do it in such a good fashion. They were able to hold off G2, didn't allow them to score out of 8 shots, as well as just, again, kind of changing the way that the game was working in terms of just G2 being in the driver's seat. They take that from them. They start applying a lot of speed to the plays, and then they end up catching G2 out.
Yeah, on top of that, the tough challenges that ended up, rocketing down the field, forcing G2 to retreat where they probably didn't want to. And while G2 were good on that retreat, it definitely made controlling midfield a lot tougher. Team Secret not getting demoed nearly as often this time, and I think that definitely had a big factor in their, what's the word I'm looking for? Composure.
Yeah.
Against G2.
So now you look to them, they play another game. Look at Sathu in the back.
Sathu's just like, is that his thinking mode when he's got the arms crossed and he's just looking? He's like,
yeah, think about it. He stands there for a while, right?
He's like, are we gonna lose to Team Secret?
He's like, come on, guys.
It's like, we're not gonna lose, right?
I mean, like, they play. I can tell he's like, they play pretty fast that game.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's sweating a little bit, like one brow sweat. He's like putting the hat on. Doesn't want people to see, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Team Secret have looked pretty composed over there. I think on the field, the story's a little different. I think they definitely feel a lot of the pressure, but they have been able to adapt. It's been difficult to fully take over mid-series, but as the second match has gone on, for my part, they have improved, and they looked pretty good against BDS. They went to a 4-minute overtime in Game 2 against BDS and looked really good in it. They didn't end up winning it, but this team is capable. Again, if you blink, they will score. And so G2 have to find a way to get their foot back on the pedal, as already Chicago has to make a quick save at the start of Game 4.
If you blink, it looks like G2 might need some eye drops. At least they did. They needed it in Game 3. Unable to get anything on the board. They're trying here again. We'll see if they come up successful. There's a demo taking Chicago out the field. G2 are going to have to play with a man down. But does that matter? Does that matter? It doesn't! JNaps to the top left corner.
He might as well be worth 2 people in this match. Atomic wins a massive challenge, gets the bump onto Sad, and you weren't going to save that anyway, Sad. That was a great shot by JNaps.
JNap's shooting has been impeccable. Very good shot placement this event. And he's just getting started. G2's just getting started. Now we have to see what Team Secret have in store. Is there a response from
Good speed by Math. Sadness couldn't get that ball over G2 though. Another hard clear by Knight. Not a bad idea. Doesn't have a lot of boost. Do force G2 to flush the ball out to the corner. That could lead to some solid chances, solid touches, and that's what they're getting right now. Team Secret getting free touches in midfield. Here's one touch off the backboard, forces Atomic back up for the save. Knight not able to make the touch, but that might work to Sadness' favor. Just off the ball, G2 will get the clear.
Still G2 not stopping. Atomic looking for the angle there. Does find it off the ceiling, but that was a risk even JNaps is not willing to take.
Knight couldn't get back up to that ball. Chicago gonna let it drop. Sadness giving it back to JNaps. One touch, two touches, and it's off the post. He just missed it. Rebound comes back for G2. Another one, a demo, but the challenge in front means Math is turning the other way. JNaps just gets the touch. Another demo by Chicago. The G2 were like, you know what, the game one strats were pretty good. Let's go back to that.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. G2 with that offensive pressure. Again, doesn't seem like they want to take their foot off the gas this game. But a clear will come out. It'll buy some time here for Secret. I'll put another shot on. We're sitting 3 for 3, 8 shots on both sides of the field. But G2 again with that 1-goal lead.
You know, maybe G2, they have put their foot back on the pedal, but Team Secret are accelerating to catch up. That one popped up high. It will be savable, clearable by Sadness. Chicago tries to pull that ball away. You see the bump trying to come for Knight, but he jumps over the attempted bump. Still here comes Chicago, and the 50s met again by Knight, diving in front of a lot of these. Another one from Atomic. Sadness is there to take it off. Team Secret can play defense for a long time, but they love to be on the orange half. They do get downfield, but Chicago with control.
Good touch, good 50 win here as well. G2 just trying to maintain the lead for a decent amount of time, shut down some of those counterattack drives that were working in Secret's favor. Their rotations have been solid. They haven't extended too far, except for that from Chicago, but look, Atomic's back in time.
Atomic, again, third man coming in clutching. How about his transitions? How about the facilitation? Here, is that a word? I don't think it matters. Look, we can add to the Jordan Dictionary every cast, all right? It's working.
What in the Webster?
That one pushed up high by Chicago. Math misses the touch, but probably ended up pulling off. G2 are waiting for Secret to push the ball downfield. Knight needs a little more control. He got the pass over to Sad. Back in front of Math. Shot to the right side, left side. Secret tie it up.
Math picks up one, and Secret are still in this conversation. Good 50 from Sad there, but it's really the placement for Math. Atomic too far back, has no momentum, and not able to get to that ball in time.
A minute 30 left. Secret, in the 2 games that G2 won, they were not able to respond with goals. This time might be different. Could they force the game on a champion's field? Sadness has been clutch on the back wall for his team. Chicago lobbing that one up. Atomic gets all of that ball, but now Knight's got control. Flicks this one up high. Here comes Math, trying to force JNaps off the ball, but JNaps avoids it, makes the read. Coming up is Sadness, cuts it off. Chicago dunked by Math, and is downfield. Chicago one-on-one, pops it up. Knight's got the save.
Chicago trying to take matters into his own hands, but it still isn't enough. Chicago again here with the ball, looking for another pinch out, but Secret, they're knocking at the door. They're getting this ball out of their end, and they're trying to set up some consistent pressure.
Another touch. Control from Atomic. I think if G2 do get that game-winning goal, it might be because of Atomic. Here comes Sadness, mid-air demo, but it's taken out to the side. Sadness puts it up high again. Up high is Chicago. He couldn't find the touch. Knight's got a chance. Control on the pop, off the ground, it's off the back, and Chicago can get there in time. 30 seconds left for G2 or Team Secret. Sadness, the control, but Atomic is all over it. A demo on top of it. The rest of G2 waiting around in midfield. Math can't get the ball away from Atomic again. Chicago is shot, not good enough. Oh, got bumped. Knight has some protection by Math, and they're able to get the ball out. Another pass, but it's to nobody as Chicago and Atomic race back to the orange half.
Final 10 seconds. Still a drive here for G2. They're looking to make it happen. Chicago with the light touch, but Zad's going to get back in time. Math will clear. Knight trying to send that one all the way downfield. Is Secret going to be able to make a connection on this ball? The answer is no. Overtime in game 4.
One more goal for Team Secret to go to Champions Field. and maybe put a big question mark on this series. Sadness gets the touch over to the corner. No boost to steal. Chicago trying for control. Atomic's next up. JNAP's playing a deep third as he's waiting for boost. He's finally going to get it. He's going to have some time to look at it as Knight pitches it back downfield.
Good touch there from Knight to try to set things up. Secret, though, they're playing a really fast-paced game. We know that they can stick in overtimes against some of the best in the world. And now here's their chance to force a game 5.
Here it comes, Sadness. Not a lot of boost to force the 50. Knight with control, forces G2 up. Mass sees JNAPS has control, doesn't want to overcommit. He'll roll the whole way back to the corner, but he gets bumped off the ball. Sadness recovers, got the pop-up to Knight, and Secret are able to get to these challenges. Sadness also winning that one, and Math not expecting it. Look how fast he got back onto the sidewall to keep the push alive for Team Secret.
Gotta watch that boost meter if you're looking at Atomic. He burns through boost fast. Now we're seeing just G2 back. They're playing with low boost. Now they're finally able to extend out and get some out. But that boost game might be a difference maker unless this is it here. Chicago's going to go up. Can he find another touch? Everyone in the air. No one able to connect. And JNAPS might have a free shot, but Sad blocks him out.
Oh, just barely. And somehow, because it slipped under the undercarriage of his car, put it safely into the corner. But still, they're feeling the pressure. Knight backwards. Doesn't need to make the save. Sadness racing around the corner. Back to the orange half. They survived the first attack from G2, but there's gonna be many more rocks thrown right into the walls of Team Secret. Knight just stole it away. He's got return fire, drops it down. Math underneath Oakreds the corner. G2 trying to protect the boost, protect the corner, but here comes Sadness again. Pass to nobody. Back him out the side! Team Secret head to Champions Field!
Do you see the pass play? Oh my goodness! Sav gets it out to Math. Math right back to him, and Sav finds the angle. Secret say they're not done yet.
Oh my goodness. No matter what G2 tried to do in the blue half in that overtime, somehow Team Secret got in front of every challenge. Even when JNAPS got a bump, Sadness was able to swing underneath, make the 50 happen, get the clear downfield. Sadness was behind almost every single clear for Team Secret through that high-pressure G2 offense.
And you're right, that high-pressure G2 offense, that's the biggest point here, because Team Secret were under all that pressure, all that duress, and yet they still managed to break out, and it's the extra effort from Secret that put them in this situation right now, because even when it comes down to the last goal that they scored, again, someone always there to make just one touch, and it threw G2 off, and now we get to see the real pressure here on G2.
And you see Chicago, he's got a lot of words. You know, if you've ever tuned in to a Chicago stream or you've watched like some of his videos, he's very analytical with the game and always talking in game, trying to figure out, okay, things aren't working, here's how we should adjust, here's what we need to do. It's always good to have somebody talking in your ear, keeping the energy up, and Chicago has been that a lot for G2. But how about Team Secret? I mean, it might look scary at times, but they've been getting those challenge wins, and they've controlled the drive of the game in the last few minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, this is going to be a big moment here for Secret, because if they can pull this off, I mean, we're talking about making it out of groups. A lot of people didn't have this team making it out of groups, but this is going to be their biggest chance yet, and this is where everything happens. Champions Field, it's a Game 5 situation. Who's going to come out on top?
We haven't had a lot of Game 5s today. In fact, this might be the first Game 5
It might.
today. Might need a double check on that, but Team Secret trying to make the most of it. G2 shot denied, and a quick follow-up keeps Team Secret scoreless at the start of the game. Here comes Sadness.
1v1.
Little pop, little wave dash. Oh, it's saved. Somehow Atomic picks it up. He's stoic in net.
Great tracking there from Atomic, but now G2 going the other direction. Atomic wins the 50. JNAPS, bang! G2 strike first.
Atomic is so lethal when he moves down the field, gets underneath, forces the 50, drops it, forces Knight to get up early, and Sadness could not get back in time. JNAPS delivers another.
And in the first 30 seconds, we're already seeing fast-paced action on both sides of the field. The counterattack game is at its height.
Team Secret, they went down before, and they were able to respond last time. They're going to need to do so again here on Champions Field. Chicago denied by Knight. Math has a breakaway. Math on the catch, but immediately denied. G2 so quick on those challenges. They don't let those one-on-ones fester for too long. Yeah.
I mean, for them, like, that's a tough situation to be in. You see JNAP's third man, it just instantly challenges. Has full confidence because he knows he gives Secret time to set up on those 1v1 plays. It could spell doom for him. JNAP's in an awkward spot right now. Will Secret pounce on this? They're looking like
another challenge for It's Matt's ball.
Oh.
Another pass. Knight pops it up high. I like the idea. And he gets up to the challenge, but it's G2 who win it. Sadness still has control. Atomic couldn't squeeze it out underneath him. And JNabs gets the ball back to Atomic, who wins against Knight.
Yeah, you know, like you said, the idea was great. Instead of just taking a shot, try to play it high, but it's just the execution a little too slow on that. If Knight's a little bit faster, maybe Secret come out with a goal there.
Nice little pop. Up high by Atomic. Consistent threat that Team Secret have had to contend with. Been able to avoid more of these bumps, where we saw 12 demos from G2 in game number 2. Since then, G2 have just not been able to get the same kind of effectiveness out of those demos. And Secret have been able to withstand the tsunami that Levy has held against G2's offense, but they need to keep this within one, because here comes the flip reset. Atomic continues to deliver.
And that's why they bring on Atomic for plays like that. Look at this, he picks up the ball, goes for the flip reset. Knight trying to track it, but Atomic, once he activates the flip, it's just an explosion of speed, and no one can track that.
Now Secret, the dream gets a little harder, a little farther away. But there's plenty of time, and that might be a third, but it's swung back around by Knight. Pushed up again for G2, Math. He's got all the field. Math, he ran out of boost on that play to get the shot, but nothing really gonna pressure G2 just yet. A couple wins in the challenge on the corner. Force G2 to really work laterally in their own half. They're having trouble again. Getting the clears out. Here's the rebound.
Oh!
One touch off. Another shot, but it's way wide by Sadness. He had to avoid the whole defense. He got the pass out, but it's denied. Uh-oh, Knight, I think he got caught out, but he recovered.
You don't get it chances like that again. That was one that Secret probably should have came out with. Maybe this one will happen. Knight, no! Goal line stop from Atomic. What a savior!
He's a magician. How in the world does he come up with that savings at the back of the net? He's just faster. He's just better.
Woo!
G2 are absolutely clapping Team Secret on Champions Field.
Unbelievable play from Secret. Not only do they make that stop, they turn around, they transition, and they strike with force. Demo in the net. 3-0 lead. This is everything you want to see from G2.
G2 fans wanted to know, Atomic, he feels like the answer, but is he the answer? You might have had that answer against Evil Geniuses. I think you might have that answer against Team Secret. There are moments like this, Daz, Game 5 G2, G2 fans are scared. They're running for the hills because they know we might not win that one. We might end up throwing this game.
Right.
That G2's gone. This is the new look G2.
It's a completely different team. This is the exact form, but wait a second, Secret aren't done just yet. You see Math picking up this one really quickly here, and you gotta zoom back in. Look at the pass from Sad. Atomic's in an awkward spot, and the placement from Math is just enough. So now things kind of settle down because Secret, they're on a race. They got 2 more if they want to catch up to G2, and not a lot of time left.
They have bought themselves probably as much as they could have in this situation, and now Math got the kickoff. He's got the dribble. Well, Secret, they're lurking. They can feel it. But then Chicago, well, he gets deleted. So he doesn't get to do anything. Math. Oh, JNabs pulls off, but then the touch never comes. Chicago on the respawn ends up getting the ball. One-on-one taken away by Sadness. But every single challenge, every time an orange car gets behind the ball, that's more time wasted on the clock.
Secret trying to find a pass play. It's a good cut from Atomic. And you're right. The more this game slows down, the harder it's going to be for Team Secret to get back into things. They need to go yesterday. That's what's going to happen. With a minute left, the 50-50 game is all G2 are going to play. You see, this team was super aggressive, but now they've kind of taken a step back.
It's a nice high pop over to Math, but Math just couldn't get around to it, a little too far away. Sadness couldn't find his way back to Math. Chicago just cuts him off. And every attempt by a pass from Team Secret, there's a G2 player rotating back, immediately takes away the opportunity. Knight, that's not the best touch, he ends up losing it. Sadness comes in to help. One more time, shoot off the clock, over a minute gone since Team Secret's last goal. And G2 putting the pincer down in the blue half as another attempt from Team Secret. They need one with time left. That's all they're looking for, and they might get it. But Knight, he sees Atomic up, tries to keep it close, and it's cleared by Chicago.
Yeah, that clear might be the one that does it. Last second chance, and everyone from G2 on top of the ball as the clock ticks down. G2 in Game 5 come alive. And Secret, they put up a good fight, but it just wasn't enough.
Excellent effort from Team Secret. I 100% agree. And I still don't think you can count this team out. That's big for their game differential. That will come into effect in this group. It's so tight. And Team Secret, it was rough against BDS, and it was rough at first against G2, but almost pulling off the reverse sweep. Couldn't get it done. Could be a factor of their next match tomorrow.
Exactly, and now you got to think Secret and EG, where are they both standing in the groups right now, and then what are things going to look like if they play head-to-head. But for G2, I mean, everything is working out for them, and of course, everybody wants to see what they look like against Team BDS, because the way G2's been playing and the offensive strides that they've made, that'll be, I think, one of the bigger tests of this entire tournament.